These tips I'm going to share are very important, especially for landscape photographers. But it's still a basic guideline you should know about if you prefer other types of photography. Let's begin! In this video, I'm going to talk about the horizon and where to put it. Now, this is based on the so-called rule of thirds. So if you want to get a general overview of what it is, I suggest you watch my video about it, which I will link in the description below. Let's continue. First of all, turn on this grid on your camera, which divides the picture into 3 horizontal and vertical thirds, generally called the rule of thirds grid. What we're going to focus on is the horizontal lines. If your camera doesn't have this grid, then there's probably some focus points in the viewfinder which can be used. For example, the lower focus points are likely representing the lower horizontal line. Otherwise, you can just imagine dividing the photo into 3 horizontal thirds. To begin with, I'm going to take a photo of this lake. What most beginners will do is to put the horizon in the middle like this. But as I've mentioned before in other videos, it's important to decide what is the main thing you want your viewers to see. In this case, is the sky or the water most important? If you put the horizon in the middle, your viewers might be confused of what you want to show with the picture, since both the sky and the water takes up an equal amount of space. Try this out instead. If you think the sky is most important, then put the horizon in the lower horizontal line. Now, the majority of the photo includes the sky and naturally, the focus is drawn to it. If we do the opposite and put the horizon in the upper horizontal line, the water will be having the attention. Of course, you can take good-looking photos with the horizon in the middle too. But it's still important to know what you want to show with your photography. Now you might think, but what if I want both the sky and the water to draw attention? Shouldn't I put the horizon in the middle then? Well, my suggestion is to take 3 photos. One with the horizon on the upper line, one with it on the bottom line, and one with the horizon in the middle. It's up to you to decide what you like. These are only guidelines, not strict rules. Putting the horizon in the middle can work, and I do it sometimes too. If you want to capture a reflection in the water, it can be very suitable to put it in the middle. Now let's move on. You can put different things in the lower or upper horizontal line. Like here, you can decide what to put along, for example, the lower line. Do you prefer the beach, or maybe the top of the trees behind the island? Even though we talk about horizons, it doesn't mean that the horizon needs to be on the horizontal line. Use what you think fits the best. It's also not super important that the horizon is aligned exactly by the line. It's fine as long as it's close. In certain cases, if you think something is super important to include but still want to keep some sort of horizon in the photo, you can leave it at the absolute top or bottom. Then in other cases you might not need it at all if it doesn't add anything. Then we have an equally as important tip as the ones I've mentioned already, and that is to keep the horizon straight. We as viewers of a photo will notice if the horizon is slanting, so try to keep it straight. But don't freak out if you look back at your photos and see that the horizon is slanting, because it's easy to fix in editing. I will not make this more complicated, so that's it for this time. Check out my other videos if you're interested, and like and subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye!